Hi, my paper crafting friends. My name is Dawn Bourget, owner of Dawn's Creative Chalet, and an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Today is Sunday, the 17th, and it's 1 o'clock. Happy Sunday crafternoon. I'm glad that you're here for our free class today. However, I am pre-recording this, and I will let you know why. Basically, it's because I did pre-commit to teach a class over at a local winery. We're going to be making wine charms with our Christmas ornaments kit out of the kids collection. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited about it, but I'm always torn because I want to be here with all of you. So I thought, you know what? The next best thing is to go ahead and just pre-record a video and share it with you all on Sunday at 1 o'clock. So welcome. If it's your first time here, go ahead and say hello. Let me know where you're viewing from, even if it's viewing the replay. I'm going to also post this on YouTube per usual and over on my blog as well. If you have any questions, make sure to just ask below and I'll make sure to check everything when I get home. Boy, I can't talk very well. My tongue is tied. Anyway, if you are not already part of my newsletter, I would love to have you join us. It helps you keep up on everything here at the Chalet and in the Stampin' Up! World. Go ahead and open up the camera on your smartphone and act as though you're going to take a picture, point it, and it will show this little area to tap on in yellow, I believe, and it will take you right over to a page online that you can sign up for my newsletter. It will just ask for your, I believe, first and last name and your email address, and then you're in. It's that easy. So I just wanted to remind you of that. Also, other places where you can find me, right? I roam all over the place. So you are actually viewing on my Facebook page. I'm glad that you're here. I also have a Facebook community, which is Dawn's Creative Chalet Community. So I'd love to have you join there if you have not already. And then my YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I have this high goal set that by the end of the year, I like to have 1,000 subscribers. So if you know of other crafty friends that would enjoy my content, make sure to invite them to come on over and join us on YouTube. Also, my blog, which is Dawn's Creative Chalet. If you have any questions at all with what you see today or any Sunday, I post the cards or projects that we've done along with the video, so you can watch the replay. And I also have a supply list there as well. And then there are also some links up above or below, depending on if you're on Facebook watching this as a replay, they're up above. If you're on YouTube, you'll find them below, and all the links that you need for all the things. But as always, feel free to contact me directly. I check often, and I'll make sure to answer any questions that you guys might have. As far as upcoming events that are coming up here at the Chalet, first of all, just to mention, we have a couple of new kits that came out November 5th. Every month we have a minimum of 2 new kits in our kits collection. Check them out. One of them is Nature's Paintings, which is like a coloring book with watercolor paper. And it also includes watercolor pencils and a water, I want to call it an aqua painter, water painter. I'm not sure what we call it now. I'm old school. I've been around with Stampin' Up! A long time. But anyway, also that as well. And it's really cool. And you can use those on your card fronts. We also have one called Layered Landscapes. It's a set of 4 8x8 frames with just what it says, layered landscaping. It's a 3D-ish. They're very easy to put together. And if I had them in my studio right now, I'd show them to you. But I have several events, so I have everything packed and ready to go to show. So I apologize for that. But anyway, they're super cute. You can look at them online at dawnscreativechalet.stampinup.net. And let's see here. Also, Paper Pumpkin, sign up by the 10th if you would like to get the next Paper Pumpkin kit called Notes from the Heart. And like I said, we're right here actually today, even though I'm recording this ahead of time. And let's see here. We have the product-based class, Snowy Scenes, coming up on November 21st. And then I'm also going to be locally at the Mason County Reformed Church, which is very close to the chalet, about 7 houses down. And I'm going to be setting up shop at the Christmas shop, and I'll have a lot of cute little stocking stuffers and other things available. Lots of cards for sale. So if you are local or somewhat local and you would like to take a little ride to the Scottville area, Scottville, Michigan, that's where I'll be set up. The Christmas shop is on the 23rd of November from 9 a.m. till 3 p.m. And then also into December, we have the Starbucks Sip and Stamp, which is a free make and take. Come on over, just chill out, grab a drink if you like or not, if you don't like coffee. But whether you do or you don't, we have a free make and take for you. It's a lot of fun, and come with your friends or make some new ones. It is a really good time. And I also had a question, Dawn, are you going to be doing this into the new year? Yes, I'm definitely planning on it. I've already scheduled out on my calendar the first Friday of every month, unless it falls on a major holiday, like for an example, 4th of July. Yes, I will be there. And if it does fall on a major holiday, we'll move it the following week after. So plan on it. 2025, definitely we're still doing Starbucks Sip and Stamp. And then as we get into December, we have card class coming up on Thursday, the 12th of December. That's a $30 or free with a minimum order class. And then we also have our product-based class. I bumped it up a week because of Christmas. Isn't that crazy? That's coming up soon, you guys. And that will be on the 19th of December. And that is a 8x8 framed piece that's going to be super cute to display for the holidays, what's left of them at that point. But I thought that way things will be kind of slowing down and we'll be able to do that craft. And we're also going to make some cards. And we're using the joyful, in fact, I'm going to show you this stuff today, the joyful images and the joyful sentiments or sayings. Let's show you that, since I'm talking about it. So in your holiday mini catalog, it would be on page 15, I believe, right here. And it is going to include the 8x8 frame, the art piece that we're going to make, a package of both of these. So it's the joyful images and the joyful sayings. And along with that, there's an embellishment that I'm going to be including, and we're going to be making 4 cards. And that class, I believe, is $52, but you get a lot of stuff. And trust me, after you're done making your 4 cards and your 8x8 sampler, as I call it, or a home decor piece, you're still going to have a lot of bits and pieces of these that you can make a lot more stuff for your family and friends for the holidays quickly and easily, because as you can see, they're already colored for you and they're perforated, so they just pop out, which is really cool. And also, while we're on that subject, I just wanted to show you guys that in the links up above or below, if you're watching on YouTube, there is a printable recipe card, so to speak, I guess you want to call that, or a supply list that you can go ahead and print out. It gives you all the links to all the places you can find me. And then it also shows little thumbnails of all the products that we're using today. So just wanted to let you know about that in case you need to shop for anything. And speaking of that, here is my host code for November if you do need to pick up anything for your holiday last minute crafting, right? Because why would we want to do this in July when we can do it now? That's my motto. Okay, also, what else do I want to tell you guys about really quick? Paper Pumpkin. So this is the one that I was mentioning just a few minutes ago. And again, it is called Notes from the Heart. And I believe that the die set that complements all 3 months here that we've had is still available. And if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can still grab these up. Let's see. Oh, online exclusives. On the 5th of November, we had some new stuff, some new products come into the online store. So make sure when you get a chance, go ahead and check it out and see what's new. This is one of my favorites. Like, I love Valentine's Day. And this stuff is beautiful. My printer does not do it justice, but this designer series paper is so pretty. But anyway, check it out, because it's not just Valentine or love themed things. There's also some otters. There is the umbrella days, and there's a birthday set, creative creations. I'm not even going to try because I'll get it wrong. But just go ahead, go to the online store. Here's my address right there online, and check out online exclusives and under new online exclusives. And again, just to show you just a couple of things that are available there at my store. And last but not least, I know it's hard, like I'm still pinching myself that we now have scrapbooking products available. So here you'll find the Halloween, the fall, and there's a couple of different kits for winter and holiday. And there are also stamp sets. So check it out. There's some papers and cardstock stickers and things that you will not find in our publications. They are only available online. So check that stuff out. I'm so excited because I'm getting back into the scrapbooking thing. That's originally how I started paper crafting many moons ago when I was in high school. That was like forever ago, you know. Okay, now I need to get all of my stuff out here for you guys and show you what we're going to be creating, because we're not doing any stamping today. None at all. I know, shocking, hard to believe. The other thing I wanted to show you before we do get started, and I know I had them right here. First of all, these are the Druzy adhesive backed embellishments. They are super sparkly, and I thought these would be perfect for our project today. And also, oh my goodness sakes, like I've lost my card kits. That's not good. I know they're here somewhere. We'll find them. The 3 embossing folders that we're using today, along with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, is the Forever Plaid. This is so good. And then also using the Painted Trees. And by the way, these 2 items I'm just showing are in our holiday catalog. And then there is this one right here, Snowflake Sky. I think that this is a carryover, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, some very cool stuff. I love texture on my cards. So I went ahead, I did that ahead of time, but I wanted to show you guys in case you're looking for them in the store. Alrighty, let's go ahead. Let's do some creating, shall we? So this is the first card right here. Again, this is the Forever Plaid that I used ahead of time. And grab my kit that has appeared. Now this one I changed up just slightly from my sample here. I decided just to punch out a piece of Pool Party. I want to see if it's going to look, I don't know, just as pretty. Now what I did use on here, I'll show you guys. This is called Gold Mercury Vellum. And you can find this in the online store. And I thought this was really pretty with it because of the gold that is in the sentiment and the joyful sayings, sentiments. But I don't know, I was at the time a little bit too lazy. I didn't want to dig for it. So I just went ahead and I took my 2.5 inch hole punch, circle punch, my gosh. And I just punched one out just for the heck of it. So anyway, we're going to scoot this up just a little bit. I want to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing. And you know what I'm noticing? This is so weird. I am noticing that since I'm pre-recording this and I'm in a private group and not on my page, I was able to like zoom in on my projects. The goofiest thing. What is up with Facebook? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, for the card base, we're using a piece of thick basic white cardstock cut at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4.25. And then I have this piece of real red, and I ran it through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine with that beautiful Forever Plaid embossing folder. I'm going to go ahead and I use multi-purpose liquid glue. I just put it in this cute little squeezy bottle because it's got that nice fine tip. And I've noticed that otherwise I'm a hot mess with our liquid glue with the bottle that it actually originally comes in. I know I've talked to you guys about that before, but you never know who might be new, right? And then again, I've punched this out. You know, I'm thinking now that this might be a retired punch. It's a 2.5-inch hole circle punch. Why do I keep wanting to call it a hole punch? It's a circle punch. But anyway, even a 2-inch would do. I just wanted it big and bold and kind of just showing it out there. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere this with, you know, my favorites, dimensionals. Peel those off. This is nice too because with using the embossing folders, they have the texture on them, and these little dimensionals are nice and sticky, so I make sure it'll stick to the project. And then these right here, these are, like I said, punch outs. In fact, let me grab, I'm going to show you guys. I know it's hard to see because these are in the package. And here are the other ones. So there are actually 2 pages of each of these, and there's a lot. I'm just going to say that there's a lot, and they're only $9.95 each. So it's a great way for thrifty crafting and not a lot of work, which is right up my alley sometimes. Like, I just get in such a hurry that I need to make something last minute. So this caught my eye here, and then we're also going to put the sentiment right here. You can see they're nice and smooth along the edges where they perforate them so they pop right out. In fact, I'm going to show you guys this here just because. So I keep them in one of our stamp cases. We sell these in our annual catalog. But as you can see, there is a lot of them, and they pop out really easily. Like, bing, bang, boom, and you're done, right? It's pretty cool. So a great thing for beginner crafters, or for those of us that sometimes just want to push the easy button. So with us not stamping today, the whole 4 cards I'm doing are going to be super, super easy. I am going to go ahead and just put a dimensional on one side. I've already popped up the pool party circle, so I don't want it unbalanced on my card. So that's going to make it flush to the circle. And then I think what I'm going to do is just stick this on with some multi-purpose glue. So we're going to stick him on first. And then we'll peel the backing off of here. Whoops. I'm going to scoot this over just a little bit. That's another nice thing about the liquid glue. It gives you a couple of seconds to play. It has a little bit of give to it. So there we go. And somehow I have lost, I think it was through transit of travel, I've lost my, I call it my pokey tool. It's my take your pick tool. This thing's been around with me forever since, oh my gosh, I used to do altered books. So you know, make signature pages. Anyway, I've had this forever and ever. It's been with me tried and true. So he's taking the place for now. So it looks kind of plain compared to my fancy dancy take your pick tool. But, oh well, when you can't find what you need, you just make do, right? Alrighty, so that basically is card number 1. How easy is that? Like, I've talked more than it took me to make this card. All right, let's go ahead and do card number 2. Here we go. Again, no stamping at all. We did do some dry embossing here. And I'll give you a better look at that once I get all my bits and pieces together here. Let's see, there we go. So here we are. This Snowflake Sky embossing folder is pretty cool. It's really subtle, which I love about it. And it's not just a Christmas themed, right? It can go all winter long with your crafting, which is really nice. Okay, let's give you guys some measurements. So first of all, this is a piece of Pool Party cardstock cut at 5.5 by 8.5 and scored at 4 1/4. I have a liner for inside my card. This is basic white, which is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And we're gonna stick that right inside just like so. I always think it looks a little more polished when you do something on the inside of your card. Then we have the piece of basic white, which I ran through the Stampin' Cut Emboss machine with the Snowflake Sky embossing folder. This is 3 by 4, and then this is Misty Moonlight, and this is cut at 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and glue these two together with my multi-purpose glue. Now keep in mind, I could be stamping and I could make like the background and all of that, but I really truly, whoops, I have an extra there. I really wanted these to be super easy cards that you could whip up in a jiffy for the holidays, because we all know we get kind of busy around the holidays, right? And the less stress, the better is my, whoops, I just took the whole dimensional right off of there. The less stress, the better. There we go. Okay. There we are. Make sure I put it right side up. Perfection. And then I'm using here the skates. And look at the gold foil in that. Isn't it pretty? And they're scattered throughout the images and also the sentiments. So very pretty. They're definitely not cheesy looking. I'm going to go ahead and attach my skates with some dimensionals because I love the dimension on my cards. Peel those off and we're going to center it-ish like they're hanging like so. And for this little guy, I thought I would just go ahead and put it on with some multi-purpose liquid glue. Like so. And then we have our sentiment here. Winter wishes. Whoops, focus camera. There we go. And I want to put this on partially with the dimensional because once again, it's going to attach kind of sort of to my skates here. Whoops, I want to make sure I put this on the right side. And I want it to be flush with my skates. So dimensional just on one side so it's even. And put a little bit of liquid glue there. And then, once again, where did my little droozies go? I like to say that, droozy. I wonder who named these. It is so funny. Okay, they ran off on me. How can I lose something within like a minute? What in the heck? You guys, I'm sure you can relate, right? We all do the same thing. It's like, what in the heck? Yeah, anyway. They're found. We're good. It's all good. And there we go. Not like a little bit of sparkle. And that is card number 2. Okie dokie. Let's go on to card number 3. Which is this one right here. Again, we're using the Snowflake Sky embossing folder. And get out my pieces here. All right, so first of all, once again, we're using Pool Party, cut at 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. And then I have my piece, my liner inside my card, which is 4 by 5 1/4. And we're gonna go ahead and just put it inside the card, just like so. And then this piece of basic white that I ran through with the Snowflake Sky embossing folder. Did I call it something different just a minute ago? No, I don't know. Anyway, it's cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm going to go ahead and stick it flat to the card. I could have popped it up, but yeah, you know, easy peasy. There we go. I love that little bit of texture. It just makes me happy. And then here again is from the Joyful Images. And look again at the foil. Isn't that pretty? And then this is from the Joyful Sayings. And again, has just a hint of that gold foil in it. So they look classy. I really like these. And rumor has it, we're going to have more of these punch-out type things in our new catalog coming up in January. I'm really excited. I love when I can whip up some easy cards really fast. And, you know, I could give them as gifts and things like that. Oh, I forgot my little ferns. That's okay. We're going to do it anyway. Gonna do it. So I'm gonna put, because I put this on with dimensionals, and I want this again to be even and flush, I'm gonna put dimensionals just on either end of this. I can always add those little ferns later. I didn't even think about popping those out. Just when you think, you know, you have it all figured out, right? All right, a little bit of glue there. And we're gonna put it on like so. And then grab my Drewsies. Oh, goodness sakes. And this time I'm going to use the silver. Mix my metals. How many of you mix your metals? All right. And that is card number 3. Card number 3. We're almost done. All right, last card. And by the way, you guys, I forgot to mention in the beginning of the video here that I will offer the special that if you place a $45 minimum, you'll get the card kit. If you place a $50 minimum, you'll get the Drewsies. Or if I'm out of those, depending on the amount of orders, I also have some rhinestones that I could include with your kit. Now, as far as these little punch-out things, these you'll have to purchase yourself, but I will cut all of the cardstock and run through the embossing folder for your pieces. But just know that the images and the sentiments, the sayings, those you'll need to purchase at my store. Because I don't have the exact same to give to everybody. So just to not have the the angries if this doesn't look just like mine, just go ahead and purchase those. And you'll be making, trust me, all kinds of cards. You'll be so happy that you did. Okay, so this is first of all, this is Misty Moonlight. Cut at 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And once again, my basic white liner for inside the cards. And this is 4 by 5 1/4. Put that just like so. And then this is a piece of 4 by 5 1/4 basic white that I ran through with that embossing folder. And I gotta think of the name here. Painted Trees 3D embossing folder. Whew, goodness sakes. Anyway, some days my memory isn't so good. Okay. I thought this was perfect with the snowman. He's so cute too. Now also what I've done here is, this is basically scrap, and it is a piece cut at 4. We actually need to cut that down to 4 inches. It's 4 1/4 by 2 1/2. But I want it to continue flush along that edge. So let's go ahead and grab my trimmer. And I am going to trim it 1/4 inch. So it'll be 4 by 2. And then what I'm going to do, I'll give you guys a close-up here. I'm just going to rip my paper so it looks like snow. Super easy peasy. Just like that. And by the way, did you guys know that we now have white core cardstock? It's pretty cool stuff. What I'm going to do is take my dimensionals and we're going to pop up the snow. I think I want to leave a little bit of a gap so he can tuck underneath there. Peel these off, just like so. And then we're going to line it up with the white piece that's already been adhered to the front of the card. And then we have our jolly little snowman. He's so adorable. And so I want to tuck him, right about so, like that. So I think what I'm going to do, did I put him on with dimensionals? I did. I was thinking maybe I put him on directly with liquid glue, but let's go ahead. We'll pop him up. Tuck him down inside just a little bit, just like that. And then for my sentiment, take a couple more of my dimensionals and pop this up as well. And there we go. And of course, don't forget the droozies. I don't know why it makes me laugh every time I say that. It's so goofy. And I'm gonna bling it up because, you know, it's always better with bling. Whoops, there we go. And that is card number 4. See how easy these are? Like, I love it, love it, love it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you all 4 cards once again. Whoops. And let's see here, the ice skates and the cute little cabin, cozy cabin. So here you go. And like I said, once again, if you place an order with me this week, right on through this Friday, you'll receive the card kit. It will not include the punch outs. The joyful images and the joyful sayings will need to be purchased by you, or maybe you already have them at home. Or you can replace it with something totally different, like images that you've stamped. But I will include anything that needs some embossing and the card bases and the layers. So, and like I said, with a $50 order, you'll receive an embellishment to go along with it. As a little thank you from me to you for purchasing and being loyal with me. I appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much. I apologize for not being here in person. Right now, as you're watching this, we are making wine charms at a local winery. I decided to try something a little bit new, and I'm so excited, and I can't wait to share some pictures with you guys of the event that we're doing right now. I hope that you have a really great day and a super duper week, and thanks for joining me here at Sunday Crafternoon with Dawn.